folks, and welcome to Cooking with Dan Leslie. My name is Janet Rabasardi Huff. I will be your host this evening in Dan's kitchen with Dan.
Hey gang, how we
Hey.
doing?
Hey, Dan.
How are you?
I'm not a little
Recovering from the weekend?
right. We have the Super Bowl, right?
Right.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Super Bowl's causing probably a lot of hangovers out there. I mean, by the time it ends, right? You know, what did it end? Almost 11 o'clock
Well,
at night.
yeah, it was late. It was late.
We had Paul McCartney on there with orange hair. I'm sure half the youth of America didn't even know who the hell is this relic they brought up.
Oh,
So I was gonna whip up a little. I had tossed some. I had started making rice.
rice.
Just plain old rice,
Okay,
and
here we
you know, just didn't seem to be happening right. It just that was a little vanilla, if you would. You know,
Yeah,
I tried
that's
adding
kind
some
of
ingredients
boring.
to it and stuff, and just wasn't working out the way I wanted. And then I just my wife made me a little risotto at home. This arborio rice that's grown in Italy. Figures Chinese had the at least had the rice going. Italy had to go on top of them and that even. But you know, this rice doesn't go with a lot of the Oriental dishes. Just a different type of rice, starchy, gets very creamy, but it tastes really good too. It's a pain in the neck to make, but we're going to do that on camera here. But I'm starting to whip this up, and
Oh,
the
really?
response has been reasonable. The main thing is us being able to produce it the same all the time. That's going to be
Oh,
the trick for me to
yes.
find a few shortcuts to make that happen. But let's give it a twirl. There's 90 different takes on how to do this, but we're going to follow a certain recipe here. We're going to get this pan on kind of medium heat. We've got some chicken broth here, some white wine, Parmesan cheese. We've got a bunch of ingredients, but it's really nice. It's different. It's a neat sounding name, risotto, Milanese. I love it. You know, I think the people are gonna, you know, I think everyone will like this a little better. But we're gonna put some butter here in a pan, a couple tablespoons of just sweet butter. It's not unsalted butter.
And it is tastier than regular rice, too. Don't you think?
Yeah, it's
Nice and
different,
creamy.
right? Creamy and dreamy.
Creamy and dreamy.
Right, we got that going there. So first we're gonna get this this butter going in the pan.
Of course, this is something that you just can't dump into water for 5 minutes and forget about it. It's,
I guess not. Sure, I could. This gets to be too big of
Well.
a pain in the neck, I just might. But no, but this is nice. You know, it's a little different. So we're just gonna get the butter till it's melted a little bit like that. We're gonna add our onion.
ooh.
We're not browning anything here. So I minced up a few tablespoons of onion. Gotta get a new whisk there, huh? Try that.
Great.
So we're gonna toss this around so that they call it translucent. I think this pan's on a hair higher and I want to have it. Try it down there a bit. So what am I putting in now? I think I'm going to put in the rice. Got a cup of rice here, that
Okay.
arborio rice.
Mhm.
Toss that in there. It's all nice and coated. Yeah, I have to figure out how to mass produce this, or I'm going to be in a peck of trouble. I might be back to the old white rice.
Oh.
No, this would be a nice thing to have with a little, you know, fish fillet. Maybe even the one we're gonna saute up in a few minutes here. It'd be nice to have this with it.
And now that nice golden color, is that coming from the onions?
Yeah, actually, I didn't
Yeah.
want to get it too much farther than that. I was close to. I think I had the flame up a tad high. So we're gonna add some white wine into that. We're gonna stir this. Until that's absorbed, and then we're going to just start adding this adding this broth in here, and while we're doing it, I'm going to attempt to cook something else while this is happening. Otherwise, you people are going to fall asleep from boredom out there if you haven't
Yeah.
already done so. But yeah, we're going to make a little salmon dish up. We'll make some salmon, a little Dijon, some white wine, some shallot, a few chives in there. We'll see if we can work that out while this is happening. I think one of the things I'm going to learn first, and mind you, I just started doing this. You know, I guess medium heat at your home is different than medium heat with these burners. You know, I gotta almost feel like this is more on low. But you see, we're almost where it's getting creamy already in there. You see how that is? That's white wine, and by the time we're
Oh,
done.
yeah, that is really nice.
All right, that's in there. So we had some hot broth we aren't putting in cold. I've got a couple cups of it. Gonna toss some of this chicken stock right in there. Actually, I could have put a little more in. I'm gonna have to go get more of that chicken stock, I think, when we get off camera for a second, because I think it evaporated on me. I don't have enough.
Okay, so we added a little more chicken broth.
Yeah, I think a little bit of it evaporated, but you get the picture. But the main thing is we're adding hot broth to the hot rice.
And then as that evaporates, you're adding a little bit more.
Right. Why?
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just doing what I was told. I think I was creamy, starchy.
Because
that
we have to
is.
take up some time, right?
Actually, no. I
No,
think you're
really?
supposed to. I don't think you can do it one clump.
No,
I
you
should
can't.
try it. Yeah.
You can't.
Well, I'll get the sauce started for the salmon, and then we'll cook the salmon itself. We're gonna add some shallot to the pan, and add some white wine.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna add that mustard right away. I'm just gonna marry these two ingredients up a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know why it still seems like I have it on too high. That doesn't seem too high. Well, we're working this out right now, folks, as you're watching.
Oh, I can't wait to sample that. That is going to be so good.
I hope so. But this would be fun to have with a cream dish, you know, chicken. You can mix it around with a few things. It'll go with some veal.
Right.
I don't see it going with the brick, but
Hey, last time I visited you, Dan, I didn't have a brick. I had Danichi. Veal Danichi.
all right,
Excellent.
we got nice veal. A
Excellent.
nice veal.
Yeah. Well, the salmon was really great too.
That's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna get a little salmon going in a second or two.
Yeah.
We married up this wine and shallot a little bit, reduced it, and I have that this vin blanc, that white sauce that's got a little fish stock as a neutral, some cream. Add a little salt and pepper to that in a little while. I could do it right now while I'm thinking about it. A little white pepper in there so it blends.
They were playing a lot of golf in Vegas, man.
Yeah.
Really? So a lot of guys going out, coming in with clubs, going out with clubs.
Selling their clubs.
Well, maybe.
Right. Okay, here, how much, yeah, bring them to the one shop.
Did you ever play Vegas, Dan?
No, I never got out there. It's like, be like giving firewater to the Indian. I go out there. There's a few boys that are going out there over the Valentine's,
Weekend?
yeah, into that, not Valentine's, towards St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, St.
And,
Patrick's Day. That's another wild day coming up.
Yeah. It's not too well for me, unless I start putting out corned beef parmesan. It's one of them there days.
Well, then you just have to go out on that day.
Yeah, I probably will.
Yeah.
Well, I'm half Irish. That's why I can say, why did God invent alcohol?
And what's the answer?
So the Irish wouldn't take over the world. Hi, Mom.
How's your mom doing lately?
She's doing real well.
That's
Doing
good.
pretty well Super Bowl Sunday, I'll tell you what. She was handling the old, she's handling the chow pretty well. I'm gonna have a little Dijon mustard here, not too much. Sometimes I have the whole grain, sometimes I don't. All right, and that's basically it on this sauce. I'm just going to reduce it a little bit. When we finish the salmon, we're gonna garnish it.
Did Mom make caponata, Dan?
No, she made something, even though I asked her not to. And,
Well,
she
we
made
knew
it
that.
anyway.
She's always going to make something.
I know.
Something good all the time. Oh, well, I have to say hi. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom Leslie. I
Right.
don't see her anymore now that the Harvest Festival isn't around.
Right,
Just by chance.
right. The old harvest, huh? All right, we have
Aw,
plenty of
miss it.
flavor in with the chicken broth, so now we're reducing this to water. Wonder why the water, they didn't tell me to make the water hot. Who knows, I'll have to learn more about this. Maybe I'll need to junket to Milan.
And water, not wine, huh?
Well, the wine, there's enough flavor in here with the broth and the wine, but I guess the focus now is to get the rice consistency where we want it. And all that we're left to do is this Parmesan and some salt, and yeah, I guess you can garnish the top of it any way you want.
See, I meant that tongue-in-cheek, and you took me straight.
What
You
was
took
that?
me straight
What? With
with
the
the
what?
wine.
Oh, the wine. Yeah, I
Yeah.
drank all the wine. Yeah, wine was. We were down to my last cup of wine on Super Bowl Sunday. Jeez, thought a few reds were showing up here. A little Sauvignon Blanc, somebody's favorite wine. I figured, what the hell? I'll take care of the fire, the shrimp, the scallops, the cheesecake, the dessert.
Whoa.
Well, needless to say, thank God I had a little Boone's Farm in the refrigerator.
Ah,
Of course, I went Commander Clearwater. One or two vodkas, a couple suds. All right, that looks reduced enough. That sauce, so that'll be hot enough to serve when we get done. It's good once something's boiling like that. We'll let it set, you know.
okay.
That's a nice accent with the shallot wine, Dijon, and like I said, the chives will be a little garnish for that. All right, I can guess I can get the salmon going. I'll put it in the skillet here with a medium type heat. Gonna start off with some brown butter and some light oil.
Oh, nice. Well, you know, wine isn't as bad as sake. All right.
Right. The
We went to a friend's house who had a sake tasting.
yeah,
Kind
it was
of
pretty
interesting.
popular a few years back when the Japanese were buying everything in Pebble Beach. They bought the Washington Monument. Then what
Oh,
else?
brother.
That was priceless. Now it's all back over here. I'm telling you, we've reclaimed Park Avenue, right? I guess it's like the Beatles reclaiming their own songs back from
Michael Jackson.
Michael the molester. There,
Oh boy.
he's going on trial this week, isn't he?
Oh, what do you think about that? Or should I not ask?
Well, I don't know. You know, innocent till proven guilty, but boy, I'll tell you what, he looks like. I'll be shocked if if he joins OJ on the got away with it list. Yeah, this rice, I'm telling you what, it takes. There's more to it than you might think, right?
Yeah, it's time consuming. That is time
Right.
consuming.
We just have to learn how
You
to
have to be there.
handle this. Maybe lower the flame a little bit, so we can do a few other things while we're doing this. Otherwise, there's going to be a mutiny on my hands in here. No more risotto. No more risotto. All right, we're going to brown this butter up a little bit here. Hopefully I have enough butter in there. We're going to saute that salmon and serve it with this lovely little sauce. Plus, I love the name. Risotto.
Risotto. Just kind of rolls nicely.
All right. Saute the salmon after I flour it.
Hmm.
Some brown butter here. And there we go. Gets a nice little crunch and flavor to that.
This is kind of like a boil, and
Right, we got the cauldron going.
Yeah.
Well, and these are the three furies.
Oh, nice and brown and golden.
All right, I'm gonna just turn this off for a minute or two and force the heat downward. Then we'll plate this up in a second.
Okay.
This will sit right over here. We'll garnish it shortly. Gotta chop those chives up. Hope it doesn't become too popular. It's looking
Yeah.
kind of done to me.
Yeah. Yeah, you need a lot of time for this.
Alrighty, let's finish the salmon.
Oh, you can hear that salmon sizzling away.
That's right.
Hmm.
Let's see what I'm doing here. Guess I'll set the salmon out on the plate, out on the board, right here for a moment. Get rid of the oil. Chop some of the chives up. A little in the sauce,
Oh, okay.
put a little on the sauce. Alrighty, just so. Set the salmon on there. Some of the sauce on the salmon itself.
Mm.
I think that's enough sauce, don't you?
Oh, that is a nice. Well, whatever you leave in the
Is this the
pan.
type of sauce that
I'm
you
gonna
had, or no? Did you have the creamier sauce with the salmon, or did you have the,
Creamier.
or did you have the one with the arugula and the bruschetta?
The arugula.
Yeah, this is a nice sauce. You gotta try this sometime. A few more pieces on top. Maybe we'll try a little red color here, a little paprika mix,
Oh, pretty.
right?
Yep.
Maybe
It's a good
tad
touch.
more. Always hold your hand up high. Don't get your hand down close here. Want everything to spread evenly. You hear me? All right. Maybe I'll put a few of these across the top, just like so. Alrighty. We got a little salmon, sautéed salmon. Alright. Looks like we're pretty well there.
Yeah, it
I'll add
does.
some Parmesan and
Mm.
you can give it a little taste test.
Okie dokie.
And put the rest of it in. Once again, I never have the flame on when we're putting something like this in. And add a little salt as well.
I'll be waiting with bated spoon.
Yes. Ready? Sometimes people put saffron in here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can afford to do that. All right, give it a try. What do you think?
Okay.
That should be done enough, I think.
Mmm.
Enough onion wine flavor in
Oh,
there.
is that? Yeah, you can
Think so?
definitely taste the wine.
And the
Absolutely.
Parmesan for sure. That'll be there,
Mhm.
right?
Oh, what a nice flavor.
All right, that's it.
Mm.
That's our bucket of risotto, creamy and dreamy. You either like it or you don't. All right.
We have another seafood
Right.
dish.
A little,
right?
Another thing I'm going to involve white wine with. I'm just going to make a little shellfish combination. In our pan here, I'm going to add some. I've got some celery and onion mix that we've put together. It's just going to be what they call a mirepoix, a little starter. I'm going to put
Okay.
that together in a pan. Got a little oil and butter. Once again, I'm putting a lighter oil in when I'm using a butter start. What did I do? I think I tossed the butter in here to hide it. Yeah. There it is. Get a little spoon. I'm gonna get this going. Got some shrimp and clams, scallops, a little calamari. We hope we shuck the clams open because otherwise it'll, everything will be also be overcooked before the clams open. So we're gonna mix these all up, and this will be the base of our sauce. We can make this Fra Diavolo marinara, but it's gonna have a little red sauce to it.
Okay.
I want to maybe get my linguine in the pan here, into the water. Once again, water is my enemy. It's going to break the whole dish down. So I'll toss it right in the water here. We'll leave it in there for a second or two. Place a few shrimp in there.
Wow. And what count are these shrimp?
They're U15,
20
they're called.
U15s. Yeah.
Get the shrimp and scallops in there. Well, now, where the clams would take the longest, I'm going to put them in late with the calamari. Because these can overcook rapidly. You'll be picking them out of your teeth for a week.
Oh yeah, and the calamari takes no time at all.
Well, yeah, there's two ways of doing the calamari. You can either, there's no middle ground with it. Alright, that's all sauteed up. Get this out of the pan here. I could have had a little larger holding pot here. Hopefully I won't dump the water all over the place. There, that worked okay. Toss our little pan over here for now. And add some white wine to this. It's a nice little fragrance that, you know what I mean, just as a starter to the
Oh,
sauce. It's
that
just a
is
little
nice.
different, you know. I'll take this opportunity to toss our shrimp and scallops over. One of these dishes that, there's different ways of doing it, but sometimes they have this stuff sitting in a stew pot. For our sauce is just a little thicker than I want. I'm going to add a little water to this. I'm going to add a little agua. Got to be careful though with that calamari coming in here. I don't want to get it too wet. I'm going to add a little hot pepper to it. You can always add more at the table or pinch a little in there. We have it all crushed up.
Okay.
Get a
Now we're
little zip
kicking.
to it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little parsley. You can add whatever you want. I'm trying to make the ingredients kind of neutral. Let the main things stand out. Yeah, I needed that water, I think. Alright, I'm going to pop our clams in right now. And hopefully everything will finish at the same time. Okay. No golf today.
No.
But we are turning the corner. It is February, right?
Almost mid-February.
Oh gosh.
Spring will be here pretty quick.
I think spring will not be here pretty quickly.
Yeah, that groundhog,
Well, the groundhog went back.
right, I'm sure he's got a lot to do with it. If you believe that. Alright, I think when that squid is white, we know the dish is right.
Oh, that rhymes too.
That's right.
One of Dan's tips for the day.
What's that?
I think we should just log all of your all of your poetry.
Yeah, right.
start a new
Right.
cooking book.
They can hang me in effigy in the middle of the square and have it being blared to the crowd as they stone. Well, then again, maybe they'd want me there, not just the, so they could beat me in person. Not so good. All right, I think we're there. How am I gonna do this? Put a few shrimp on there, right? We'll try them first.
Sure.
Could have gotten away with 3, but Greg looked hungry, so I'm gonna toss another one on there for
And
him.
so he is.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll position these scallops after that.
I don't think it's fair that you make me eat everything you cook, Dan. I don't think that's fair, but
Yeah.
I'll do it.
We'll position our little clams. Tell you what, I might have to give this a shot one night. And you see the squid, we got it just
Oh,
done.
yeah, it is.
Okay.
That is nice.
You don't want to have this stuff, it'll turn into a basketball before your very eyes. We got to pile a few of those in the center. Of course, one of these guys on the TV shows, I love him, I won't mention him by name, he takes the whole thing, dumps it on top of like rigatoni with the water still on, he goes, and that's the dish. Man, holy smazolies.
Mm.
I think
Little
we hit
green?
that just about right.
Yeah.
It's like about $23 sitting there. I'm just kidding.
Oh, you're delinquent.
Alrighty. Now we have a little seafood combination over linguine with a little Fra Diavolo sauce.
Folks, my favorite part of the show where we wrap up what we did in the kitchen. Dan.
And we did our risotto. Probably turned into a block of cement by now.
No, that was good.
We had our sauteed salmon with the vin blanc accented with the Dijon white wine chives and shallot. And our seafood combination that we managed to fit in the fourth quarter there.
There you go.
A little linguine, it's a little spicy. Looking good.
Looking good. Okay, well, thanks for joining us again on Cooking with Dan Luzzi, and we will see you again next week.